Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we just got done with maintenance over on JP Dokkan, so we have a number of new units in the game, a bunch of World Tournament cards, we have the Awakenings for Tien and Cell, and then of course we also have the new, LR Demon King Piccolo. All of this stuff is going to be coming out over the next couple days on JP Dokkan. The Int Blue Vegeta's EZA will also be in-game as well. I believe he officially comes out in-game in 24 hours, along with the Tien and Cell, and then the World Tournament should start on, Friday, I believe, is usually how they do it. So, a couple of these units are very good, actually. They're actually going to be really, really solid. So, let's go ahead and jump in. So, we'll start with LR Demon King Piccolo. Now, the only unfortunate thing here about this is that Demon King Piccolo here, he's old, and then he transforms into young right there. I really thought that this exact, character, Demon King Piccolo, that uses the Dragon Balls and becomes young, that should have been a Dokkan Fest exclusive or a summonable LR. I don't know. I mean, if they could do Android 13, Demon King Piccolo is more hype than Android 13. They just did a Dokkan Fest for Android 13. You could do one for Demon King Piccolo. This, I'll tell y'all right now, I think Demon King Piccolo would sell way better than Android 13 would. I mean, this guy is good. He's not bad, but there's some weird stuff here. So, this is Demon King Piccolo Elder. Leader skill is Terrifying Conquerors, 3 key and 120% to stats. That is good. I believe he's the third Terrifying Conquerors leader, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the Solza, Cooler's Armored Squadron, and then Cooler, are also leaders. Well, also this guy, but I mean, he's 40%, so who cares? Okay. So, Demon King Piccolo's 12 key super attack raises defense for 1 turn and does colossal damage. And then his 18 key greatly raises defense for 1 turn and does mega colossal. That's very impactful when you look at his passive. So, he gets 6,000 attack per key sphere obtained. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be too great. I mean, need to see it in game. I'm not really exactly sure how solid that's going to be. I mean, the LR Yamcha, which is the last local World Tournament LR, is actually pretty good. So I would be pretty shocked if this King Piccolo doesn't actually perform very well in battle, right? Then he reduces damage received by 50% when 5 or more key spheres are obtained. It's not really a bad condition because then he also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to tech key spheres, which is good. And then he restores youth with the power of the Dragon Balls when conditions are met. It's just a typical transformation. Which will activate starting from turn 7. Obviously, horrible, horrendous, terrible, awful, any of those. Or, I guess he could do it right away turn 1 if there's a Dragon Ball, a World Tournament category, or a Dragon Ball Seekers category enemy. So, that is interesting. That also does... Oh, I literally just thought... I'd never thought of this before. Hold on. Yeah, okay. This guy's not on... Yeah. It makes a ton of sense that you're not on Seekers of the Dragon Ball. Sure. I feel like there's no Roshi, Tien, and Chaozu on here, huh? Yeah, there's not. Why is that Tech Master Roshi not on? That's so stupid. It's so dumb. Yeah, they really should get a Master Roshi, Tien, and Chaozu on here, because remember... Well, I'm sure a lot of people did not watch OG Dragon Ball. We always sort of I remember people were confused why LR Yamcha stunned himself against Pepe Gal enemies and stuff like that. But it was sort of a race against time. Demon King Piccolo was collecting the Dragon Balls, as was Roshi, Tien, and Chaozu, and then they kind of ended up fighting the two groups. So really, those characters, they should get versions that are on this category as well. I don't know how practical this is gonna be. I mean, he's good, I think, just as old Demon King Piccolo. I mean, he's definitely better than the previous old Demon King Piccolos we have. No doubt about that. I mean, I don't know. He's definitely an upgrade, but, he probably could be better. They could have made him better, I think. We'll see. Links are Revival, Demon, Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, Nightmare, Shattering the Limit, as well as Legendary Power. So... He's got typical Demon King Piccolo links. He's on 50 teams, which is good. Revives Warriors, Namekian, Full Power, Dragon Ball, Terrifying Conquerors, Dragon Ball Seekers, and Time Travelers. One thing to note is that he does not interact with Dokkan Fest Piccolo on any of these teams. I mean, eventually, maybe in the future. Time Travelers, no. Seekers of Dragon Ball, no. Terrifying Conquerors, no. DB Saga, nope. Full Power, no. I mean, Namekians, yes, but Piccolo already transformed on Namekians. And then there's no interaction with Piccolo and Revived Warriors. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of the sub-leader skills of all the different units, and, like, I mean, that's where, like, a new Namekian unit would really be helpful, is to help Piccolo transform on more teams, but, it is what it is. Then again, after 7 turns, or if you're fighting one of those category enemies, his 12 key then raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and 18 key is greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn. That's good. Passive is 6,666 attack per key sphere obtained, reduces damage received by 66% for 5 turns from first appearance, and then reduces damage received by 50% after 6 turns have elapsed from first appearance. So the upgrade he gets, I mean, he doesn't, so basically he gets attack on his super attacks. He gets a little bit more damage per key sphere. He gets a little bit more damage reduction that is not restricted to key orbs. And then he still randomly changes key spheres to tech. Okay. And then Demon becomes Thirst for Conquest. It's hard to say exactly how good he's going to be or how useful he's going to be. I mean, you certainly could, like, something like Time Travelers, I mean, you could get him on there with a lot of different supports and orb changers and stuff like that. I mean, Dragon Ball Saga is pretty limited anyway. I don't know. He seems like a wonky unit. Not really anything too crazy. Okay. Then we get to this next thing right here. Here, let me pull this guy up real fast. So, we were expecting this. High School Gohan was the next unit to get an awakening, right? Dude, okay. So his leader skill, Superclass Key 2, 60% attack and defense. Well, HP attack and defense, just fodder, who cares? He does supreme damage with a medium chance to stun. Looks like he does get a better chance to stun. What is he at SSR? 20%? So he's probably at 30% chance to stun, which is pretty good. But then he's so busted. 58% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he reduces damage received by 58%. And he gives Superclass allies 2 key and attack and defense 30%. He is a godly unit. Because he has 2 separate defensive buffs he gets here. His support type passive and then defense at the start of turn. Plus damage reduction. He's insane. And then, I mean, his stats are super low. He's a free-to-play unit. But he is unbelievable. And he's got Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Z Fighters, Hero of Justice, and Shattering the Limit. Hero of Justice and Z Fighters is going to be very interesting. So if we get that Z Fighters category at some point, I mean, I don't know exactly how they're going to... It's going to be, obviously, random... Like, I don't know how they're going to do it past Cell and Buu Saga with, like, Z Fighters, but I'm sure it's going to be just, like, random characters. But, like, Hybrid Saiyans, he'll be incredible on there. Buu Saga, he's incredible on there. Goku Family, he's amazing. Super Saiyan, he is going to be so important on the Super Saiyan team. Holy shit. And then the sibling bond team as well. They really, like, High School Gohan might be the most, well, no, the most impactful unit from this update is going to be Tien for sure. But High School Gohan is right there. Like, wow, is he good. Having defense, damage reduction, and then support with defense and key, like, he's so good. That's, like, he is, wow, he's very good. All right, so we got second form Cell, the awakening for the support type unit. We know what they do. Their passives and leader skills are always the same. Extreme typing, key 4 and 120% of stats, and then they give the typing 3 key. Then the extreme part of the typing gets 50% attack and defense. Then they randomly change key spheres to tech, and then they also get the 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. All of these 50% supports are like that. But this guy greatly lowers attack and defense. Definitely very good. Like, going to be very good for, like, Super Battle Road. But, like, Legendary Goku event fodder, EZA fodder, most Dokkan events probably fodder. Like, it's just because some of them, like Kabe and Kid Gohan, raising attack and defense by 30% for 9 turns is, like, insane. And then, like, the second form Cell, it's like, you know, could be a little bit better. Links are Brutal Beatdown, Messenger from the Future, Attack of the Clones, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare while standing tall, and then he'll have Shattering the Limit as well. Okay, so his links are going to be really good. He does have Big Bad Bosses to work with a lot of these cell units and stuff like that. And the other thing I do want to point out, so his categories, right? Androids, Transformation Boost, Time Traveler, Artificial Life Form, Android Cell Saga, and Target Goku. Target Goku has got like LR Tech Broly on it, transforming Frieza, Tech Golden Frieza. So does Transformation Boost. Like, this cell is going to be super good. He's going to be super impactful on a lot of teams. Again, 3 key plus 50% attack and defense. And again, for something like LR Tech Broly, like, he's going to be so big. And he creates tech key spheres for LR Tech Broly as well. So, like, this guy is huge. It's actually a shame that this guy, like, this tech support is not, like, if he was, like, just a base form Broly, that would be so insane. And he had, like, Prepared for Battle and, like, some other Saiyan links with, like, Broly. Like, oh, man, would that be just so nuts. Then Tien is probably going to be the single most impactful unit of this update, I think. So we know what he does, right? Super Tech, Key 4, 120% of stats. He does also greatly lower attack and defense, just like Cell. And then we know what his passive is: Tech Type Key 3, 50% for Super Tech, creates the Tech Key Spheres, and then 20% attack and defense per orb. But we just look at his teams. Last Resort and then Universe 7. Those are the two teams. Universe 7, of course, LR Goku and Frieza give a buff to Super Tech or to Tech or whatever it is. So you could bring here. Let me actually, because I haven't looked at their leader skill in quite a while. Let me pull up the exact specifics of what it is. But you run this Tien on that team, and you put him in slot 1 in front of LR Goku and Frieza, right? Now Tien, because he's so much stronger now with 20% attack and defense per orb, it's going to be very easy for him to just sit in that first slot and be very good defensively. Like, even at the lower leader skill buff of 90%, Tien should be able to handle. I imagine he's able to handle his own, because he creates these tech key spheres. You could just give those to Tien, because Goku and Frieza have such a broken link set, like Over in a Flash, Tournament of Power, Shocking Speed, and then, like, Tien has 3 key, and he's got Over in a Flash, so he's already giving them 6 key. It's just that this is where Tien is like the unit everyone was waiting for because of this, because of his effect on LR Goku and Frieza. He's got Crane School, Experienced Fighters, Rival Duo, Cold Judgment, Z Fighters, Over in a Flash, and Shattering Limit. And then, of course, Experienced Fighters and Rival Duo, they both have. So, I mean, he just, it's insane what he does for this unit. Like, he's giving them 10%, 20%, plus to 50% from his passive is 70%, and he's lowering attacks so that they can get their full passive, and he's giving them key, and he's giving them Over in a Flash. It's so much. It's going to be insane. And then Last Resort, by the way, I feel like this unit probably should be in Last Resort, huh? Probably. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Last Resort. Can you think of any good units, any super tech units on Last Resort who are really good? I can't think of any. I don't know. LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, LR Vegito Blue, Tech VV, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I mean, Gotenks doesn't want the key, but Gotenks kind of just sucks anyway. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, this Kaioken Goku, like, I don't know, Roshi, I don't know. Tien is going to be very good. Then we get this right here. This is cool. So we get Jackie Chun Max Power. Now, this is the first of this character that we've gotten. If we go ahead and head over here, either Jackie Chun or Master Roshi is fine. But we had Master Roshi Max Power, and then Jackie Chun. Now we have Jackie Chun Max Power. This is from when he destroys the moon, fighting Kid Goku. So his leader skill, physical type key 2, 50% of stats, doesn't matter. Supreme damage, greatly lowers defense, doesn't matter. His passive, so 130% attack and defense when performing a super attack, which is good. And then Kamehameha category allies 2 key and 20% attack. Really good. Because we have things like LR Rose Goku Black, LR Gohan and Goten. Like, you just have such a ridiculous roster of characters on that Kamehameha category team. Even LR Tech VB, LR Gogeta Blue. They're all on the Kamehameha team, right? So, like, this team needed another support type unit because the roster is just so ridiculous. Like, someone who could hit all of these units with a support type buff, and that's what just Jackie Chun is going to do. So now you run either the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Goku or the physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I mean, you could run the tech one either if you want to as well, because he also gives 3 ki, this guy right there. And you run this Jackie Chun, you know, Kamehameha category allies, 2 ki, 20% attack. And then you can just do whatever you want for the rest of the team. You could literally bring, like, any of these units, it's all going to work at this point now. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Oob, Gohan and Goten, God Goku, Rose, Cell, Gogeta, Vegito. It's just all going to work. So, because a support type unit on that team is just so badly needed. It's, again, it's big. It's a big deal that this Jackie Chun came out. He's good for the Kamehameha team. His links: Supreme Warrior, World Tournament Champion, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, Incredible Adventure, Brainiacs, and Kamehameha. Remember, he does not awaken or anything like that. And then he's on World Tournament, Dragon Ball Saga, Full Power, and Kamehameha. There is also 2 other units I guess I could just pull up real fast, right? Because these are also in here, but, like, you know, we already had their details and stuff. So, in Blue Vegeta, his EZA is also in this update. Right here. He does appear to be very good, and again, he's going to be godly next to Physical Vegito Blue's EZA, so that's very important. And then over here, we have the actual world... Oh, excuse me, no, this is not this one. We have the actual World Tournament reward card, which is this Hellfighter 17 right here. This guy's going to be very, very good for the Android category team. 50% chance to dodge, lowers attack, Android category allies 20% and 10% defense, and the artificial life form category allies 20% attack, 10% defense. And he's got shocking speed, fear and faith, brutal beatdown, nightmare. He's good. He's real good. So, we had a very impressive update. A lot of these units are going to help out a lot on a lot of different teams. So this is good. And, you know, this is a buff to some of these lower level categories, right? So, like, you know, World Tournament gets buffed. Namekian gets buffed. I mean, I guess, like, Cell is good because we didn't have a good second form Cell. Now we have, like, just an absolute god of a unit in TN. So, like, this is good. Like this, again, this is a good update. And, like, then we have Saiyan Day coming up, you know, in about a week. That's going to be nuts as well. So, let me know what you guys think of all these units. We'll see how good some of them, like King Piccolo, is going to be in practice. Again, Gohan and Tien are just so nuts. Jackie Chun's good. Hellfighter 17, they're all good. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.